When the Cheetah Girls exploded onto the Disney Channel in 2003, the world was not ready for the important lessons that this girl group taught us about sisterhood, diversity, and the understated allure of modest, color-coordinated tracksuits. You know that it's a party when the girls roll up looking like a 4-pack of crayons they give to little kids at restaurants. With strong writing, complex characters, and somewhat surreal musical sequences, this movie follows 4 bright young stars as they take on New York City, one Toronto location at a time. But will fame threaten their musically formed friendship and artistic integrity? Or will the sound of their voices rescue a dog that fell down the sewer? Okay, so things kind of take a left turn in the third act, but if you're an Italian grandmother who loves animal print, then we've got quite a fashion show for you. So warm up those vocal cords and stretch out those quads, because we are rocking with the Cheetah Girls in today's installment of Clip Breakdown. Hello television viewers, my name is Nick. Thank you so much for joining me once again on my channel for another installment of Clip Breakdown. This is the playlist where we dive into our favorite movies, TV movies, and YouTube videos, and we break them down into easy to learn dance steps so that we can decide if they're worth taking center stage in the spotlight of our life, or if they get the thumbs down from me and the rest of the record producers. And today we've got a great one that's been requested innumerable times. We've got Cheetah Girls on the menu, and you know that they're Cheetah-licious and coming at you ready to attack you with the lyrics and the music and the steps and the dancing. This movie really invigorated me. I had not seen it since probably the year it came out in 2003, so it was really putting me right in the good mood zone. But before we get into it, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up if you want to see even more Clip Breakdowns like that. Most importantly, if you're new to my channel, I would love to have you click that subscribe button right down here. That way we never miss new videos from me. I upload 2 new ones every week, so turn on those notifications if you always want to be the first to know when I've produced another platinum hit, another platinum hit, another platinum hit. The words I spit always make the kids dance so heavy. Should we just get into that movie? Because this one takes place in New York City, a city that I hold very dear to my heart. Too bad they didn't actually shoot it there, so we just get some B-roll of Central Park, and the rest was shot in Toronto. It's okay though, because what we lack in authentic locations, we make up for in really great chemistry between our 4 leads. I'll say that right off the bat. Cheetah Girls starts to check off some good boxes for me right from the beginning because of its diverse cast and its ability to open up my eyes to different types of lifestyles and perspectives at even a young age. I think this was an important movie, and they put a lot of work into the music. So on that, let's listen.
You're on your own, needing right. So if you wanna run and disappear.
Yeah, get real close to that fisheye lens. We want you to look like one of those Japanese dog photos that McDonald's made plush toys out of. You can tell throughout the movie that these musical sequences that are built into the story were also meant to serve as standalone musical videos on Disney Channel, because they'll like have these performance takes where they're singing right to camera. So it's kind of shot like a music video, but it works. You know, it definitely feels like it works within the style of this movie. And I love this song. Together we can!
Together we can walk into space, save the human race. Together we can shoot the moon, stop the rain.
How did we go from saving the human race to blowing up the moon and causing a global drought? Typical Madonna horror complex, but for supervillains. Together we can shoot the moon, stop the rain, ride the hurricane. Yes, we can, baby. Let's ride that hurricane. I'll get my boogie board. So the girls are performing at this basically kids party, and things start to go awry. Probably because their stage is some sort of haunted dock. Maybe your center of gravity would be better if you didn't always have multiple belts hanging freely around your waist. Like, sis, incorporate a few belt loops. You're gonna get friction burns on your waistline. Out of all of the places to perform at this birthday party, they were like, how about those slats of old wood? Yeah, let's get up there. As you can see from the beginning, our main girl, Galleria, played by the iconic Raven.
Chanel, you finally hit that high C in the second chorus. Aqua, barefoot and hungry, you kept our harmonies tight. And DoRamio, you gave 110% to our fans. How you feel?
A little overwhelmed by character names that sound like they could also be from My Little Pony. She said Sparkles, Moonflower, Lightningfoot, How Art Thou Music, Feelings. It's gonna take me a minute to catch up with all of those nicknames because they were very creative. We've got Galleria by Raven. We've got Chanel, played by Adrienne Bailon of Kim Kardashian's family's fame later on. Then we've got Dorinda and we've got Aqua. Both have real actors' names as well. My favorite is definitely Aqua.
You know what? I take a whacking and keep on smacking.
Me after the Frogtown Flogging Festival. Not to brag, but my butt cheeks are mostly scar tissue. Galleria is very much the like image consultant of the group, being like, here's what you gotta wear, here's where we're gonna be tomorrow, make sure you get to bed on time. She really tells these girls lights out by 9:30 p.m. If some girl in high school ever told me what time to go to bed, I would literally trash her birth control pills and be done with it. I would be like, I can't have that kind of energy in my life.
My computer is still down. Just give it to me tomorrow. I'll see you guys later.
Sweetheart, this is New York City. Every time you do that, you're dragging your hair through a puddle of rat piss. That's why they follow you home at night like the Pied Piper of Brooklyn. So that's DoRami or Dorinda. She's sort of the dancer of the group, but she has a secretive home life. But she always throws them off the trail with one of those karate kicks.
See, I'm still back in action. See you later. Bye.
They had to overdub her voice here because she actually said, I just smacked my head on a fire hydrant. I'm gonna go to the hospital, bye. Throughout this little intro, we get a feel of all the other characters. Aqua shows her unique personality as well. She's just here for 6 months learning at NYU. She's from Texas.
I told my daddy I would live in New York. I never said anything about under New York. It's dark and dirty and there are mole people down there.
Once again, that was just a bald MTA employee with dry skin. This girl's a super genius, but she thinks she's living on an episode of X-Files. Chanel and Galleria are like, oh, it used to be so much easier when it was just the two of us, but now we have the backup singers we need to be the big stars we want to be.
Just you and me. Friends forever? Forever.
Whenever two people say that to each other at the beginning of a movie, you know they're gonna be pissing in each other's wigs in about 55 minutes. It's the Chekhov's gun of female friendships. Friends forever, right? Yeah, until the third act when an inflated conflict will come between us. That's sisterhood. That's the lesson about feminism we need. When the girls are passing this record store, they're like, wow, look at these big stars that this producer, Jackal, has made of these girls from our school. And they're like, that's gonna be us one day. So clearly they have big dreams, and they also have a little bit of star power that catches the eye of the general public. The general public is like, wow, these two girls are really convulsing out here. Hey, let's stop for a minute, sweetheart. I want to watch their little chicken dance. No, thank you, girls, for taking on that choreography while wearing snowsuits. Dancing in those winter coats, I would have been draining out my bra cup between every single take. This is them that whole time. Oh, what? Oh, yeah. Who? And everyone is like, oh my god, so you think you can dance? The Cheetah girls also do a lot of this. They're like, Cheetah girls, do this. It's all very attainable choreography that's within the wheelhouse of a young gay like me who can say, I've got knobby elbows that I can flail around, just watch your head. Whew. Mama's out of breath. Mama's Cheetah-licious. I'm just wearing this sweatshirt and I'm already getting a little heated. So these girls are in Toronto winter gear. So the girls are like, you will see our name in lights one day and not just dancing in front of this window. But when Raven's character gets home, her mom is like, you got some reckoning to do because you're irresponsible. For example, she didn't get home in time to take out her dog Toto, who is a big part of this movie.
Oh, don't apologize to me. I think you should talk to Toto. I can take myself to the bathroom, thank you.
I know, Mom, and you've been real smug about it ever since you learned to wipe yourself. I'm tired of hearing it. In addition to not taking out the dog, Galleria also failed to inform her mother about a change of fitting for an important client. And it seems like here Galleria might still need to learn the difference between making an excuse and making a diversion.
When were you going to tell me that you wanted to reschedule her fitting?
I thought I wrote it down, Mom. I did this one as the Jamaican vibe I was feeling for the girls. Constellation will miss Saturday. Call her back, she can chat today.
Call me now for your free tarot reading.
Unfortunately, she's not getting any help from her father, who also is looking for something from her. It's like, oh my god, do you guys have anyone else who can do anything for you besides this girl? She's clearly busy trying to dance on the street.
Help you? I tell you what needs help. La mia cucina ha bisogno d'aiuto. My chicken piccata is ready for the capers I asked you to bring home.
As you can see, the dad is Italian, so he sometimes speaks like the Super Mario Brothers when the time is running out. Italian words in the pasta, the Skittle spaghetti robusta. That's him every single scene. I'm like, what? Okay. Galleria is like, I'm gonna try and get it together, but don't worry, because I'm about to win this talent show and there's a huge prize. Seems like we do a lot of Disney Channel movies where there's a talent show, don't we? What's that about? It's like, there's gotta be more plot devices in the world than just a big talent show. A big musical competition where the prize is exactly what I need.
First prize for the talent show. Time in a real recording studio where I can make a demo like a pro, you know? And it'll be ka-ching, ka-ching, bling, bling, bling.
Ma, I thought it was bling bling. Now it's 3 blings?
I'm with Luigi's Real Italian Ice over here. It sounds much better with just 2 blings. Galleria needs to learn to edit both her lyrics and her faux fur collars.
And Jackal Johnson, he went to Manhattan Magnet too, way back in the 90s.
Oh, way back before the internet and all that.
Mom, he's not that old.
Remember when way back in the 90s meant 4 years ago? Now when the temperature gets above 90, my Gen Z neighbors come and check on me. We get a little glimpse into Chanel's home life next. She's got a single mother who's quite the firecracker.
Found it, huh? The bomb. Top to where to dinner tonight, huh? Don't say bomb, it's out. Stay tight.
Or don't say either and just use words and wear clothing that's appropriate for your age group. The mom is talking about how she's met this French guy named Luke who just makes her feel so in love, and that's who she's going on a date with right now.
There he is. You're gonna lock up, okay? Okay, and oh, I know I'm forgetting something. I know.
Did you stand in front of a leaf blower to style your hair? Yep, you got that. Okay, I think you're good to go. Later on, Galleria and Chanel are both having a phone conversation about the songs that she's writing. This movie has a lot of setup. I'm like, okay, there's at least 5,000 conversations between these 2 girls to just establish the basics of this story. But I love the characters so much, and there's so much to learn with each of these scenes. Like the dad being this Italian guy, the mom being this fancy designer. It's all like, ooh, there's texture there. There's rich, like, personality traits that I'm trying to get a feel for. So it doesn't feel like exposition. It feels like I'm just learning about these people's lives.
Go Cheetahs, go Toto. Win the talent show, we going straight to the top.
As long as I give my best, it don't matter what no one says. 'Cause you got in my heart, I got the
When this movie came out, I was so jealous of the projector signage in their bedroom. I wanted that so bad, but I wasn't in a girl group, so mine would have just said like, Twinkie little bitch. Or like just a picture of me being like, right above my bed. What? That's what I wanted. Next we go to Manhattan Magnet, where these girls are students in the performing arts program. And as you can see, there's competition. There's some other big personalities there as well.
Crikey mackerel, we spotted the wild cheetah girls doing their secret girl handshake. What would they do if they were, say, the elephant girls?
I used to be part of a group called the Elephant Girls. We would just get drunk off rotten fruit and then stomp circus performers to death. What? I was trying to make friends in a new city. Even though those 2 boys are sort of like always ribbing the girls, you can tell that the white guy really likes Raven's character and they respect each other on the low.
Keep believing, freshman, but you know you're still my boo.
The way that just made my skin crawl when he did that. Did that woman ask you to stroke her face? No. Chemical castration right away. That's the future this liberal wants. But Galleria has no time for boys. She's like, they're just trying to mess with my flow.
It's just a way to bring down the hammer on our success.
That lunch lady saw him touch a girl without permission and said, sumo slam! And that's why we use real dishes here at Manhattan Magnet, for when a boy needs to learn how mama's hot lunch tastes. I want a spin-off about this vigilante lunch lady at a private school. Give me Olga's story. As long as I do my best. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Girl power, girl power. Does that sound good? I hope we have a record producer in the audience, because that sounded good. I'm gonna be the newest cheetah girl named Doodoo. Doodoo Bird. Hi, I'm Doodoo Bird, here to sing you a song about cheetahs. The time has come. We are finally at the audition. The girls center themselves and they get ready to perform. Oh, that reminds me, I need to get a car wash. Actually, ladies, can you keep doing that? I'm gonna spray down that fringe and then just drive my Prius under there. See, I'm economical. I don't just live in Manhattan and not worry about nothing, okay? Shout out to Toronto, by the way. I love Toronto. I went there once and I went there on vacation and it was fun. And where would we be with Disney Channel movies if not for Toronto giving us the place to do it? Anyway, here's a song that it's probably one of my favorites from the Cheetah Girls, and it's actually a cover from another girl group called Play. It's called Cinderella.
When I was just a little girl, Mama used to put me into bed and she'd read me a story.
When I say I'm into classical music, I'm exclusively talking about the little harpsichord sounds at the beginning of this song. Compared to this, Mozart is just a tacky, dead idiot who hasn't had a hit in years. Like, we get it, your music makes babies smarter, but like, babies can't even talk, so who cares? This chorus gives me everything. She's like, I don't wanna be like Cinderella, sitting in a dark, old, dusty cellar, waiting for somebody to come and set me free. Maybe in the Brothers Grimm version of Cinderella, they like propped her corpse up in the basement like the mother in Psycho, and we're like, yes, we still have that girl here, keep sending those welfare checks. But this song is not about a dead Cinderella, it's about them being their own hero.
I'd rather rescue myself
Me at 21 trying to cure my mental illness with other mental illnesses. Just doing this and ignoring my therapist's emails, like, oops. This one in particular, I remember being played as a music video on Disney Channel because it shows the moms being like, oh, the dog's getting on stage. And having seen the music video before seeing the movie, I was like, okay, getting some story mixed in with my video here, fun. Okay, maybe don't let the dog literally upstage you at your own audition. I'd be like, oh, he's doing his little dance again. I thought we ground up some Benadryl into his Caesar home delight. They were performing this whole audition for Dorinda, the music teacher at their school.
When I see you girls, I see myself. I mean, not now as a lowly high school art teacher, but as Dorinda Champagne 1977.
Yes, work. Dorinda Champagne is an excellent drag name. Please welcome to the stage Dorinda Champagne and the Whiskey Dicks. Dorinda is very impressed with the girls, as she describes. Very detailed.
Galleria, when I look at you, I see a biracial hip-hopping version of me.
Okay, the biracial thing felt a little superfluous to the compliment.
And Chanel, I see a hot, Latin, spicy version of me.
Ooh, boy, are we assigning flavors to all of the girls based on where they're from?
And Aqua, I see myself as if I was from the sassy South. And Dorinda.
Go ahead and say it. Everyone else does. Shrimpy and white.
I don't know why she refers to herself as Shrimpy when she's one of the tallest members of the group. Maybe it's like because her gym locker smells like low tide. Of course, Dorinda's not the only one who overheard this audition.
Well, maybe I'll work with
Jackal Johnson?
Oh, my most famous student.
As long as we're not counting the notorious Manhattan Strangler who you cast as Danny Zuko in Grease. We don't forget.
And I haven't seen this much talent on that stage since...
The Purina Dog Show of '98, when another Bichon Frise stood on its hind legs. Jackal is basically saying here, we've got a big opportunity for you. And he does seem like a nice guy at first, but even just with the character named Jackal, I feel like it gives a subtle hint that foreshadowing that things aren't all what they seem. But for now, we're excited.
I'm looking for the next big thing, and I think that thing might just have spots.
My scabies infection is gonna be famous? Once again, all of my luckiest breaks come from inside the bathhouse. But Dorothea, Galleria's mother, is not so easily convinced. She's obviously very protective of these girls. And she knows a little something about this man. She's not just like some nobody who doesn't know nothing.
$20 million label deal, multi-picture movie deal, 4 houses, 7 cars, and you're allergic to dogs.
Nice work.
I read. Nice to have met you, Mr.
Wait, you read about how many cars he has, but you don't know his name? What exactly were you reading? His palm? She's basically like, no, our girls just do this for fun, so you can fuck off, Jackal. But Jackal hands his car to Galleria and is like, give me a call. When they drop off Dorinda, she kind of goes around the back of the building that they drop her off in front of, so that's something to keep in mind. And Galleria and her mother are arguing about this wasted opportunity. The mom's not letting her call Jackal. Let me call Jackal. I want to wear tinted sunglasses with Jackal. Oh, Jackal's spiky hair. I love Jackal's spiky hair. I want it to touch me. I don't like this Jackal guy either, so I'm with her. The mom's whole point is like, if you're too focused on being a singer, then you're not gonna be able to get good grades and go to college. And Galleria's like, I've been working so hard for this. Why did I work for this if I can't go and do it now that the opportunity's here?
What's good at eating your vegetables if you can't have dessert?
Strong bones and teeth.
And a healthy coating of mucus throughout your colon for more effortless bowel movements. It's like you know nothing about the biology of a cheetah. You call yourself the cheetah girls and you're not eating field grass when you have stomach issues? Pfft. Back at home, Chanel is talking to her mother about her plans for the future.
You and me shopping.
Let me guess, you need more candles, mother? Why is it like we're washing her face with the Phantom of the Opera in here? Mom also drops a bomb.
What do you think about Paris? What, Luke wants you to visit? To visit and to live and... Whoa, what?
I know, I was scared at first too, but I already asked. It turns out there aren't as many mimes there as it looks like on TV. All of our meals will, however, be prepared by a very talented rat. While Chanel and Galleria are complaining to each other about their parents' crazy ideas on the phone, the mom and dad are having their own conversation about this opportunity.
But what if her dreams fall apart? If she's older, she might be more ready.
No one is ever ready for their dreams to fall apart. But when she's older, we're not going to be there to help her put them back together.
I mean, this is a Disney movie. I'm surprised one or both of these parents aren't dead already. This mother should just be grateful they made her a clothing designer and not just a framed photo that Raven looks at when she gets sad. Of course, this movie does give us our fair share of dead parents from other characters, so don't worry, don't be sad. We do have dead parents. But in this case, I also like how they show this very nice, loving relationship in Galleria's family.
Ho ragione?
Sì, Franco, hai ragione.
Si Franco.
Oh, you two are so sweet. But like I said, which one of you wants to die for the sequel? Also, not only does this family have a huge apartment, but they also have roughly 300 lamps that are always turned on. Are they made of money? Be careful, Planty. Don't touch my knife. Don't touch the knife. Oh, oh, oh. So because of this conversation, the mom comes in and is like, fine, you can call Jackal, but I'm coming with you to the meeting. If anything seems off, we're leaving. So the girls are celebrating on the phone, and Chanel's like, oh, when we were talking to Jackal earlier, you said that you were the founder of the Cheetah Girls. Well, what's with that? But Gallery is basically like, oh, I don't know why I said that. Don't worry about that. Just shut up. Just shut up. Just shut up. So it's very clear from the beginning that Raven's character feels some sort of way about her place as the leader of the Cheetah Girls, even though that might not be what everyone else thinks. Meanwhile, back at school, the news of this girl's brush with fame has definitely increased their status.
Hey, Cheetahs, you guys come by the newspaper office for an interview? The Jackal story is front page.
It was gonna be about that 10th grade English teacher who survived cancer, but she died this morning. The girls are living their famous fantasy, but Raven's character has a few notes, because she's like, now that we're big stars, you gotta stop being boot nasty.
Now that we're stars, we need to start acting like it. Well, how's that?
Well, for example, you could roll that partially chewed sirloin strip back inside your throat while you're talking to me. Every time this girl opens her mouth, I get a front row seat to the meatpacking district on her back molars. It's disgusting. I get that they're playing it up for this scene, but seeing people chewing food, it makes me die. I die inside. Galleria's response, however, and her way of correcting it is not super polite.
They don't carry bottles of hot papa sauce in their purses.
Read the label. That's no good food, dude.
All right, I'm not sure what she said, but can we strap on a feed bag for Bessie over here? Because I can't look down this end of her digestive tract any further at this meal. Galleria basically has to lay down the law.
You better stash the sauce next time we see Jackal.
If she said that to me, I would roll up to that meeting naked and slathered in hot sauce. And I would just take a seat at that table all slimy and holding a coffee mug of ranch dressing, being like, oops, missed the memo. At this point, we see that Dorinda works at the community center volunteering to pay for her dance classes. So Dorinda gets invited to help out run the auditions when this TV dance crew is coming through. The day of the meeting at Def Duck Records has arrived. And while 3 of the Cheetah Girls have made it there and are talking to Jackal, Galleria and her mother are stuck in traffic. And so they have to get out of the car and walk.
It's business, darling.
I know it's business.
Come
Please,
along.
I don't want to get lost. Excuse me, sir.
Did you just say excuse me to a dog? Embarrassingly, Galleria shows up to this meeting late and with her shoe covered in dog feces. So they're not off to a great start, and Galleria is like all freaking out, being like, I'm the leader of this thing, I need to look good.
Enough with this puffin stuff. It's showtime, baby. And when it boils down, that's what being a leader is all about. Thanks for having my back, Chuchi. You're the one.
Not the patronizing head pat. I would be like, okay, that's officially my cue to add fish paste to your leave-in conditioner. I was probably not the world's easiest little brother to have. My mind went right there. After the shoe incident is taken care of, Galleria seems a little off base with all of her reads about what Jackal wants to see from them.
Well, the deal's done. Uncle here pulled out a bottle of hot papa hot sauce, and I was sold.
Galleria is gonna be like, you like hot sauce? I like hot sauce too. I'll drink the whole thing. Why don't we just shatter the bottle and throw the spicy glass in my face? You're coming off as desperate, and you came in with your shoe covered in shit, so why don't you just take a back seat to the rest of the conversation?
Here's my checklist. Number 1, record a bump and demo. 2, have the record people fall in love with it. And 3,
swing by the hospital to identify my brother's body. Don't worry about that last part. There's no like specific appointment time. Jackal is like, well, is Saturday good for you guys to come back and we'll record this demo?
So, Saturday?
Our school talent show. Oh, don't even worry about that. We'll be here.
Galleria said, we will push an old lady in front of the subway to get here on Saturday. If that little dancing dog were slowing me down, I would snap its neck like a chopstick just to get here 1 minute earlier. Don't you worry, Jackal. The other girls are like, oh, okay. I guess she's in charge of all our decisions now. And pretty much right off the bat back at school, Galleria is pushing it with the rest of the girls. Now, I don't know what happened with this lunchroom scene, but the editing suddenly goes out of control.
That's what he said. Jackal is hilarious.
Did the music industry already get that girl addicted to speed? Because this is giving me a frantic Disney crossover that I was not expecting. That's so Requiem for a Dream. Clearly, the rest of the school is not loving all of the cheetah talk.
Click on chopcheetah.com. We have a bashing site.
That's right, I finally switched my domain name over from killhannahmontana.com because Disney finally sent me an autographed headshot. Now we're at a rehearsal for the talent show, where we get to see a little bit of the other acts that are going on at the school.
And then I was like, dude, relax, and he's all...
Dane Cook, everyone. How come if you want to be a straight male comedian, you just have to act like your older cousin's disrespectful party guest? Also, are you dressed like Adam Sandler or nah? Things start to get a little rocky here when Galleria lets Drinka, the teacher, know that we may or may not make it to the talent show just because we have this other big thing going on. Drinka's like, oh, you think that's a cool thing to do? And Galleria's like, yeah, I really do.
Opportunity's knocking, Drinka. And I think you know better than I that once it's gone, you just can't get it back.
Wow, opportunity is just like pelvic muscle tone. Because once I hit 28, it was prolapse city, mama. No amount of collagen powder is gonna unstretch that balloon, you know what I'm saying? Things start to boil over with tension within the group. This was hard to watch, the Cheetah girls having their first fight. And to see Galleria acting like a stone cold diva.
Are we gonna do it or not? I've got somewhere to be.
Then go on, Dorinda. We're gonna be doing music anyway, so since you mostly dance.
Excuse me, she also does a lot of mopping floors at the community center. Don't minimize the scope of her talent. To add insult to injury, Galleria's like, oh, and you need new clothes. Here, take this, ugly.
I got you these cute little clippings of outfits. Take it, because it's not optional.
If you're so particular about fashion, then how come nobody in this group discriminates between leopard print and cheetah spots? It's two different things, mama. Are we the cheetah girls or the leopard lesbians? Because I suggested that months ago. So Dorinda storms off because she's got to help with the auditions for the Solid Gold Grew Dance Crew group. How is she helping the audition process by just randomly jumping in with the dance groups and yelling? They're like, we were actually hoping you could just sign people in at the front. But despite it not being clear what her audition role was, the guys really are impressed with her. The Solid Gold Crew. Wow, I cannot say the name of their stupid dance crew.
Think about coming to tour with us this summer.
Me? On tour with the gold medal crew?
You know, there are other kids in the show in this like summer camp, but you get paid.
Also, we all share a bed on the tour bus, like Michael Jackson. Gold medal crew, not Solid crew. I can't say it. To make up for all of the, I guess, neglect, Chanel's mom was like, we're gonna go on a shopping day. But then when Chanel gets home, she's finding this note.
Luke surprised me with tickets to a Broadway show. I'm gonna take my card and have a good time.
If you still want to put your apartment up for sale, give a shout.
No one's moving out. Oh yeah, I'll have a good time.
Revenge shopping, just like when I bought that trampoline to punish my downstairs neighbor. They were having a wake and they didn't invite me, even though I could smell that there was kielbasa. So Chanel hits the town and she really gives that credit card a workout. She goes and buys fancy luxury items, and then she goes by to see Dorinda, but the doorman is like, oh, go around back to the super's office. Chanel is like, what? She's not at the fancy rich front of the building? So she goes around back and knocks on the door, and she's a little surprised by what she finds.
Mom, this is my friend Chanel. Remember I told you about the Cheetah girls?
Oh yeah, hi honey. Hi.
Chanel's like, sorry if I'm squinting, I'm just having a hard time looking directly at your broke-ass alleyway lifestyle. But even right off the bat, Chanel's not getting what Dorinda's being so secretive about.
Wait till I tell Galleria. I mean, the way you dance, you had to have some flavor in you somewhere. So you're half black. You've seen Galleria's mom and dad.
They couldn't get more interracial. Her dad is Chef Boyardee.
And I'm not half black. I'm not even white. I don't even know what I am.
When they ask for her ethnicity on legal documents, she just writes orphan.
Mrs. Bosco isn't my mom. She's the closest thing I've ever had. My real mom. She didn't want me. The only reason why we even get to live here is because Mr. Bosco's the super.
Oh my god. Do you think he can come by our place after work? Because we have a toilet that's clogged in our guest room that we just don't want to deal with. I think this is a really nice moment here. I found the emotional weight of this very well conveyed. Like, those girls are good actresses. Even though they're not crying real tears, they're just kind of making the faces of crying. Still, I felt like I really feel for this girl. She feels trapped. She doesn't want anyone to know about her less than privileged status in the school. I think overall Cheetah Girls functions as a really good ensemble piece. Like, even though Raven was probably the most well-known of the cast at the time, she certainly doesn't come off like the only star. We give equal amount of attention to everybody, and it doesn't feel like with Lemonade Mouth where you're just like checking it off, being like, all right, now let's check in with this girl and see what formulaic thing they're happening. It's like there's a different story going on for each of them, and like Aqua doesn't really get a thing with her family, but that's okay. Maybe in the sequels. I haven't seen 2 or 3, so that's coming up.
I don't have money to buy a new outfit.
Oh, you could wear this. So and I thought one of us had to have it.
What if it was just a t-shirt that said, the poor friend, and she was like, it makes way more sense for you to wear it. Dorinda's obviously super grateful, but she also admits she got hired to join the Gold Crew Dance Crew, and she doesn't know what she's gonna do. She's gonna stay in the Cheetah Girls or leave for 10 weeks on tour. I say leave, because you're gonna get paid, and it's 10 weeks, and the Cheetah Girls aren't doing anything anything in 10 weeks. Like, what are they gonna do? Perform at more birthday parties? Take the job. But let's just watch. She needs to make her own choice. Later on, Chanel and Galleria are having a sleepover.
No. Ow, sorry. Oh, okay, wait, one more. Okay.
Did she really need half your greasy palm on her forehead, sweetheart? Are you plucking brow hairs or untacking drywall? Because someone's gonna get folliculitis. 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 That's me as a doctor. You have folliculitis. Galleria, in her persistent attempts to continuously be trying it, shows a like CD cover that she mocked up to show Jackal. It's like, no one asked you to do this, honey. You're just getting yourself into trouble here.
Like, why is there one person in the middle and why is that one person you? Hey, I did write the songs. Also my ideas too, and Aqua freestyled a lot of the hooks you used.
And don't forget Dorinda, always cheering us up with her little dances. This is where Chanel is like, listen, you don't know everything there is to know about Dorinda.
Her mom gave her away when she was just a baby. What? Well, I guess she needs this more than anybody then, huh? Oh, Bubbles, what she needs is friends.
Seems like she could use a few different things, ladies. She lives in a group home. Galleria's like, wait, are there any other dancer orphans in there? Maybe we can swap her out for a different color like the Pussycat dolls. But the next morning, the girls finally take their meeting with Jackal Johnson and the whole crew at Def Duck Records. And they kind of give more of their vision.
Our research shows your demographic responds to the animal theme and your bouncy, up-tempo, pop-urban sensibility.
Disney Channel executives explaining how so many women of color got lead roles in this. Also, shout out to that distracting table bump in the middle of that shot. It was like, and they were like, just keep it.
You're bouncy.
Obviously, the Cheetah Girls thought this was their big break, but the industry people are like, we're gonna take your thing and make it worse.
Dorinda is a sweet panda, a baby seal, Aqua, of course, and Chanel is a snow leopard from the frigid north.
Okay, it feels a little bit like you're dehumanizing us into zoo animals, but that's probably unintentional. You can keep talking.
Global Get Down is a worldwide marketing miracle. Movie tie-ins with every kind of burger, taco, and anything you can eat with chopsticks.
Yeah, okay, this meeting isn't technically racist, but it definitely feels like racism was sent an invite. Like racism is conferencing in on mute. So the girls are like, okay, those are some interesting ideas, but anyway, we wrote this song for you, let us perform it. We think this is really gonna show you what we can do. And then we get another great song from the Cheetah Girls. Always stand up if you know just who you are. Never give up, never come too far. Girl power, girl power. I love that all of their dance moves are just legs and arms. Throw your hands up if you're ever being star. Throw your hands up if you're ever being star. I feel like I can't give you the full scope of how much I look like a starfish, but you just have to trust me. What you're not seeing in the frame is hyper alluring. Throw your hands up if you know that you're a star. I think this one is my favorite because I love any song that's blatantly about girl power. Like, don't make me guess if it's about girl power, just tell me so that I know to love it. Girl power, girl power, ooh, girl power, girl power, girl power. That's my remix. So after their song, which is iconic, Jackal is like, great, that's definitely the sound we want. Now here's the song.
Def Duck Records presents Global Get Down all around the world. It is animal friendly, vegetable friendly, mineral friendly.
What in the World Wildlife Foundation is going off on this PowerPoint? No one told us we had to become animorphs for this. The soulless, freaky faces of these animals makes me cringe every time. Like, there's no... They're like, you really want to put this out in the stores? Like, scary-ass animal faces? Okay. They're like... I'm the seal. Terrifying. Who wants to see an animal face with pure human woman arms? That's scary. So obviously Galleria tells them off. They're like, we're not doing this. But the rest of the girls are like, let us talk about it. Let's have a minute.
Galleria, you didn't even give us a chance to think.
I really think we should consider it.
It's a job singing, dancing, and making people happy.
Plus, we'll definitely get more respect in the music industry dressed as animals rather than women. Galleria's like, you guys, we don't want to be playing these songs. We want to be playing our songs.
You might be right, babe, but you can't make decisions for the whole group. We make our decisions together.
And we've unanimously voted, you're the next member to die. I feel like when I was a kid watching this movie, I sided more with Raven because I was like, all the other girls are turning against her. They're not gonna be famous as their faces. They have to wear a mask. But watching it back now, I'm like, yeah, these girls are having an important conversation where they're like, maybe we do wanna do this, maybe we don't wanna do this, but either way, we should all talk about it together. So it's interesting how my perspective on the main character changed throughout the years. You don't get to decide our future just because you think you're the boss here, because you're not. You're not. You're just the one with the furriest collar. Raven leaves, and her name is Galleria, but she leaves still anyway.
Did we lose a cheetah? We can always find another singer.
Just scatter some birdseed outside a community theater production of Chicago and collect the first one who comes pecking around with skinny enough legs. He's basically like, well look, we'll just move Chanel up to center mic and now you're the lead. What do you girls say? And the girls are like, all right, let's go and think about this.
Come back when you're ready for prime time.
That's what a dungeon master told me once when I asked him to turn on a few more lights. I think I was expecting more of a Dungeons and Dragons type thing, so my bad guys, sorry for crying. On the way out, the girls realized maybe they weren't so special after all in the eyes of Def Duck Records. Wow, a whole hallway full of girls, and I don't see any competition. Good luck with your Halloween masks, you wet rat-looking runners-up. Boo! Boo to the hallway full of girls with no flavor. The Cheetah girls win the day. They didn't take the deal, they didn't take the deal. Independent music wins again, for real. Now we get kind of that third act conflict moment where each individual member of the group goes off on their own and does their own thing. Raven is crying that the Cheetah girls are over. Again, we don't see any tears, it's okay. We're just making the face of sad. You wanna see the face of sad? Look at me at 25, I'll tell you that. Dorinda is like, I'm gonna go do this tour thing, so she takes the forms and the dance teacher's like, oh, I got in too, let's both do it together. That's important later. Aqua is sad because she has no one to help her get a taxi. And then when Chanel comes home, she sees all of her shopping splayed out on the floor and she knows something's up with her mom. Mom, why are you sitting like a tarantula? The mom is mad about all of the shopping. This was confusing to me both in 2003 when I saw this movie and right now, because the mom gave her the credit card and said, go have fun, but it's like she didn't say how much money to spend or how much not to spend, so I guess this was an issue. I thought they were rich. But the mom is mad because she spent all of this money. This fight about the money leads into Chanel being like, you fell in love with Luke and now my dreams don't matter anymore.
Luke came in the picture and it seemed like my dreams didn't matter.
The mom's like, well, what about my dreams of getting railed by a Frenchman under the Eiffel Tower? I wanted my thing longer, so pack your bags, sister. We're going to France. No, the mom is very understanding. All of the parental figures in this movie are very responsive and nurturing, so that's nice. That's good role models for Disney. Galleria is being comforted by her parents, and she's like, I don't know if I did the right thing, so she works it out via song by playing this beautiful ballad that her fingers are clearly not playing on the piano. The music is like do-do-do-do-do, and Raven's like, I practiced for years. That crush comes in and starts flirting with her after the song, being like, that was really great music.
Oh, I should not be laughing right now.
Welcome to the world of a true artist. You really do have to walk alone sometimes.
Statistically, it also seems to help if you get addicted to drugs, so I brought some extra strength Tylenol we can freebase. Raven is out walking the dog before the talent show. She's gonna go support her boyfriend, but she sees the animal girls in the window, and it makes her assume, because they're wearing masks, that the rest of the Cheetah girls have taken the deal, and they're gonna be going on this tour as like the 3 masked girls. And while she's looking at this, Toto gets off the leash, which unleashes us into another third act conflict that is a little out of left field. Like, I really thought we would have ended up seeing the Cheetah girls performing on stage somewhere, but instead the whole city stops because this dog runs away.
Toto, stop! Wait! Toto! Toto!
He just slowly reaches for his gun. Once she finds Toto, it's pretty much the worst case scenario about where your little dog ended up. I don't know why this dog got off the leash and immediately found some manhole to jump down. Like, he must have been having some issues at home.
Toto!
Well, he belongs to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles now. They'll either train him as one of their own, or they've already eaten him. We go to this weird, like, snake cam all of a sudden right there, and you can tell they borrowed footage from, like, this rescue cam shot later down the line. At the beginning of the shot, you can even hear someone else's voice saying the dog's name. I think it's the firefighter actor that we see later.
Toto!
Toto! Who's that? Who said that? The talent show at the school is just about to begin when all of the police are called to help rescue this dog.
2, 1. Here in downtown, where we're getting to the bottom of the traffic jam that's paralyzing Midtown. Apparently, Toto is not in Kansas anymore.
Instead, he is what the paramedics are calling probably going to die. All of the other Cheetah girls see this completely believable, newsworthy event on TV. I'm trying to think if I've ever seen news in New York that was like, a dog is stuck in a manhole. Like, yes, that would be sad, but I don't think it would make the news. Like, murders happen every day there with humans. Anyway.
Don't tell anybody where you get your hair done.
Wow, Natasha, always so quick to make it about yourself. This is why we only tip you in prayer cards. Back at the talent show, we hear this song from the 2 rapper guys that I have always remembered, particularly this line.
Don't matter who you are, just come on. White, black, brown, Puerto Rican, and Haitian, it don't matter.
Oh my god, did you guys just feel that? He just solved racism. The power of music has finally healed the white, black, brown, Puerto Rican, and Haitian divide that has plagued this country for decades. Thank you, wavy-haired stranger. So all of the Cheetah girls show up, they leave their appointments, they bail on their family. Even Aqua gets on a subway when she was afraid to do that at the beginning of the movie, so we see character growth through all of these people when they come together for this conflict. But that doesn't mean that they forgive Raven, they just really care about this dog.
How did this happen? Did you let him off the leash? Losing track of Toto, I blame you.
Alright, stop acting like this is your dog that got baby Jessica, okay? This is my moment of peril. Do we have enough cameras? Where are the news cameras? I sort of feel like this is where the movie makes the least amount of sense. Like, all 4 of these girls happen to be wearing their color-coordinated outfits and converge on the scene over this dog. Like, this dog emergency, I just didn't see it coming. But it's okay, because they do find a way to loop in the music of it all. Not in really, like, a realistic dog type of way, but hey. They briefly have to shut off the power at the talent show, and then when it comes back on, for some reason, there's a TV behind the stage that just tunes into the news. I don't think that this really was set up before the power went out, so I don't know why it spontaneously tuned into Channel 9.
Listen, everybody. He's my dog. He's stuck in the hole and I really want him out. Please, that's all I'm asking.
Why are you asking the TV cameras for help? That hole isn't holding your dog ransom, he fell down it. She's like, Toto, if you can see this, please come home. Meanwhile, the dog's at the bottom of the well like... So the rest of the people at the talent show are like, come on, we gotta get out there.
We gotta help. Let's go.
How are you gonna help? Rapping about the importance of diversity? Like maybe if the dog was stuck under a bus and they all needed to like help lift the bus up, that's my solution. The dog needs to be trapped under the wheels of a bus. Make this more dog gruesome. There's really nothing anyone can do. Like, I'm confused about who's helping who. There's like one firefighter helping and Raven's getting on TV begging the public. She does get this moment of forgiveness with Drinka, who she kind of told off earlier.
Yeah, you got a big head and you got a big heart to match it.
She's like, you've also got huge feet and gigantic hands. Good luck with your dead dog and enlarged organs, you stuck-up little brat. This is where it gets a little crazy for me. The firefighter's like, all right, he's in. We just need him to get closer to the edge or whatever. And we do already know, I have to give them credit for this, they've already established that the dog goes nuts when he hears these songs. Like, he'll jump up on your lap, he'll start dancing. So they've established that. But because I don't know exactly what's going on down there with the dog, I don't see how this singing is going to help. But let's see.
Are you ready for a crazy ride?
That's it! That's it! And he's moving! He's moving! Come on, faster!
Together we can shoot the moon, stop the rain.
That's it! Faster! Faster!
How will singing faster help? Is the dog dancing towards the manhole on beat Fosse style? He's down there like, ooh, I think they want me. I think they're ready for me. I'm coming. Everybody's singing is helping the dog get closer to the edge.
He's wiggling! He's wiggling!
I like to picture the dog down there wiggling like, ooh, just ready to make his grand entrance when the time is right, honey, when we hit the chorus. And that's exactly what happens. All the girls are singing, the people are clapping, and the dog gets free. Congratulations, you owe the city of New York $15,000 by the end of the week or we're putting the dog back down there. Once they have the dog back, the girls are like, well, all right, we just wanted to see that the dog was okay, bye. And we can't believe that the Cheetah girls are actually over. But Gabriella has an idea and she tries one last time to use the power of her voice to bring those girls back like it worked with the dog. It worked with the dog, it should work with my friends. So she starts singing and then the other girls all join in and then suddenly we made up, everything is solved, it's a number. You don't look the same. I mean, you're dressed very similarly. The only difference is that girl has that extra belt. I love their headbands too. Those are like straight up winter headbands for going out in the snow and they're like fashion. These are the warmest outfits I've ever seen. It must have been winter when they were shooting this in Toronto because they look so cold. Now that I'm thinking about it, like they're bundled up. Not Raven's little skitter off stage. She went doo 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 doo. We get this fun little round of dance breaks where even the rescue workers are getting in on it. Bow, 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 bow. Cleaning up the crime scene. Cause we are sisters. We stand together. We make up one big family, but we don't look the same.
You really blew this one, Jackal.
Why are they broadcasting this dog rescue like it's the Super Bowl? But not one single person came to help me when those birds were attacking me at the beach. After their big performance, the girls are all unwinding back at the school and they find out that Dorinda's not going on tour.
I actually took the beginner class while my instructor went on tour. I'm waiting for the real Cheetah Cheddar with my girls.
What did you say about Chester Cheetah and underage girls? Sorry, sometimes I'm on high alert and I cancel people before I realize they're a cartoon character. Somehow, even though they didn't even perform really at the talent show, like it was kind of more at the construction site across the street. The girls win the talent show, which is a big disco ball that they have to hold. And Jackal Johnson has the nerve to call them back and be like, wait, we want the Cheetah Girls, we want the Cheetah Girls. Well, sorry, that ship has sailed. We've already got our tracksuits on and we're dancing down to see another dead dog.
Tell Jackal Johnson that the Cheetah Girls are unavailable.
Unless we're talking sequels, and then we will be there for at least one more contractually obligated film. And that's all she wrote for Cheetah Girls. Was this a favorite one of yours growing up? What were your favorite songs? Also, what did you think about this ending? Did the dog rescue make sense to you? I mean, either way, it was pretty iconic. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Also, give this video a big thumbs up if you want to see even more clip breakdowns just like this. But most importantly, if you're new to my channel, I would love to have you click that subscribe button right down here. That way you never miss new videos from me. I upload 2 new ones every week, so turn on notifications. That way you'll always be the first to know when I've got a fresh new thing served up. Also, I've got merch available and a Patreon where you can get exclusive content and monthly bonuses from me. You guys are all the greatest. Thank you for being a Cheetah Girl with me today. I will see you next time.